We start with this CNN exclusive new insight now into the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi and one of the unanswered questions, why was he killed? CNN's Nia Dos Santos has exclusively obtained 10 months worth of WhatsApp messages that Khashoggi sent to a fellow Saudi dissident, and they offer new clues into why Khashoggi may have been killed.
These are words you won't have read in Jamal Khashoggi's columns. Instead, they are WhatsApp messages never seen before, sent by Khashoggi in the year before his death. They laid bare his disdain for Saudi Arabia's crown prince, saying, quote, he is like a beast, like Pac-Man. The more victims he eats, the more he wants. In another, may God rid us and this nation of this predicament. The words were exchanged with Omar Abdulaziz, a fellow critic in exile in Canada.
He believed that MBS is the issue, is the problem. And someone has to tell him that, you have to be stopped.
Talk like this is dangerous for those from a country with one of the world's worst records for human rights. And it wasn't just political views that the pair was trading, but plans to hold the Saudi state to account, creating an army of so-called cyber bees on social media, leveraging Khashoggi's name and the 340,000-strong Twitter following of his confidant.
In the beginning, it was a bit difficult for us to have this kind of relationship. For me, I was a dissident, and he was a guy who worked for the government for almost 35 years.
Khashoggi pledged funds, and Abdulaziz bought the hardware, hundreds of foreign SIM cards to send back home, enabling dissidents to avoid detection. In one message, Abdulaziz writes, I sent you a brief idea about the work of the electronic army. Brilliant report, Khashoggi replies. I will try to sort out the money. We have to do something. How much money did he originally say he would commit to the project?
He said 30,000.
30,000 US dollars?
Yes.
How dangerous is a project like that in Saudi Arabia?
You might be killed because of that. You might be jailed. They might send someone to assassinate you.
Just like Khashoggi, Abdulaziz believes that he was also targeted after 2 Saudi emissaries were dispatched to Canada, he says, last May, to coax him into the embassy there. He made these secret recordings of their meetings and shared them with CNN.
بكلمة من محمد بن سلمان عندما قال هو في وجهي.
We have come to you with a message from Mohammed bin Salman. I want you to be reassured. We don't have to approach someone from an official department or the state security. The Saudi Arabian embassy awaits you.
When Abdulaziz refused, they got to him another way, hacking his phone, according to a lawsuit Abdulaziz filed this week against the Israeli firm behind the spyware. When the pair's plans were discovered, Khashoggi panicked. God help us, he wrote. How much of a target did that make both of you?
The hacking of my phone played a major role on what happened to Jamal. I'm really sorry to say that. We were trying to teach people about human rights, about freedom of speech. That's it. This is the only crime that we've committed.
Nia Dos Santos, CNN, London.
Nina, thank you. Saudi officials have not responded to CNN's request for comment regarding the allegations of Omar Abdulaziz. The Israeli company that invented the software allegedly used to hack Abdulaziz's phone. It says its technology is licensed for the sole use of governments and law enforcement agencies to fight terrorism and to fight crime. The company adds it does not tolerate misuse of its products.